Make a new Pokemon for every day, according to this calendar. Okay, so on day 182, the calendar gave us Rotom, and we spun the wheel again. Pass. Paradox. So prepare to face the inventive Prehistoric Thunder, the Paradox Pokemon. Electric and Rock type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature once known in an old expedition journal as Prehistoric Thunder. It is a very inventive Pokemon that will build itself objects for it to use in battle. Prehistoric Thunder is based off a caveman. So on day 183, the calendar gave us Phalanx, and when we spun the wheel, we got Convergent. So presenting Drawlings, the costume Pokemon. Up here, Dragon type with the ability Intimidate and the hidden ability Shed Tail. Although it looks like Phalanx, Draylynx is actually an entirely different species. The 6 Draylynx parade around in perfect harmony. The costume they wear to imitate some sort of unknown dragon Pokemon. Draylynx is based off of those Chinese dragon costumes. So on day 184, the county gave us Noibat, and we spun the wheel, we got Mega Evolution! But since Noibat can't Mega Evolve, we'll Mega Evolve its final evolution, Noivern. With that out of the way, presenting Mega Noivern, the Sound Wave Pokemon, a Steel Dragon Flying type with the ability Soundproof. Upon Mega Evolving, Noivern's echolocation skills have grown exponentially. Due to this, its Boom Burst can now shatter mountains. On day 185, the calendar gave us Ice Cube, and we spun the wheel, we got Gigantamax. Presenting the Gigantamax Ice Cube, the Penguin Pokemon, a Steel Pure Ice type, which keeps its main ability of Ice Face. Upon Gigantamaxing, Ice Cube is now the size of a mountain. Its newfound size, however, doesn't help its fragile Ice Face, as it will still crack, even with the tiniest of attacks. And in case you didn't know already, Ice Cube's ability Ice Face states, if Ice Cube is hit with a physical attack, it will transform into its No Ice form. On day 186, the counter gave us Gulpin, and when we spun the wheel, we got Gigantamax again. So presenting the all-consuming Gigantamax Gulpin, Stomach Pokemon, a pure poison type that keeps its main abilities of Liquid Ooze, Sticky Hold, and its hidden ability of Gluttony. Due to the power of Gigantamax energy, Gulpin's insatiable hunger has grown dramatically to the point where it will consume entire cities. Everything it swallows will be melted down by the boiling acid in its gut. On day 187, the county gave us Gulpin again, because we got Gulpin on both the 186th and the 187th. So, I'll be making 2 forms for Gulpin. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, I got Regional Form. Presenting the legendary Gulpin Regional Form, the fabled Pokemon. Grass and Rock type with the ability Sturdy, Leaf Guard, and the hidden ability Sharpness. It is thought that those who are able to pluck the leaf out of Gulpin's rocky body will gain immense fame and untold riches. As such, these Pokemon are highly valued and rare. This regional form of Gulpin is based off the legend of the Sword and the Stone. So, on day 188, the county is Skelly Dirge, and when we spun the wheel, we got Convergent. So presenting Ellie Dirge, the Circus Pokemon, a water and ground type with the abilities Drizzle and a hidden ability Vital Spirit. Although it resembles Skelly Dirge, Ellie Dirge is an entirely different species. It houses a whole circus of water monkeys on its back. Ellie Dirge will spend hours teaching these water monkeys tricks. Ellie Dirge is based off of a circus elephant. Okay, so on day 189, the county is Starly, and we spun the wheel, we got Regional Form. So presenting the armored Starly Regional Form, the Night Pokemon, a Steel and Flying type with the abilities Battle Armor and a hidden ability Reckless. Starly of this region have developed a thick coat of feathers that resemble armor. If Starly ever sees another Pokemon in danger, he'll swoop in to save it, no matter how grave the danger. This regional form of Starly is based off a Knight. On day 190, the county gave us Shroomish, and we spun the wheel, we got Gigantamax. So presenting the towering Gigantamax Shroomish, the Mushroom Pokemon, which like all other Gigantamaxes, keeps its main type of grass and its main abilities of Effect Spore, Poison Heal, and its hidden ability Quick Feet. Gigantamax energy has caused Shroomish's stem to sprout rapidly. Because of this, it will often topple over and roll on its side like a log. Okay, so on day 191, the county gave us Lumineon, and we spun the wheel like a Pax Paradox. So prepare to face the spiky Dazzling Spikes, the Paradox Pokemon, a water and poison type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature mentioned in a paranormal magazine as a Luminion from 1 billion years ago. It will draw foes in with its dazzling colors before impaling them on its spines. Dazzling Spines is based off of a lionfish. So on day 192, the county gave us Cyclozar, and we spun the really got Convergent. So presenting the intelligent Aquazar, the dolphin Pokemon, a pure water type with the ability Swift Swim and the hidden ability Telepathy. Although it looks like Cyclozar, Aquazar is an entirely different species. Aquazar is a very intelligent Pokemon that can even understand human speech. It lets trainers ride it across the waters at top speeds. Aquazar is based off of a dolphin. On day 193, the county gave us Weavile, and we spun the really got Future Paradox. So presenting the futuristic Iron Claws, the Paradox Pokemon, a dark and fire type with the ability Fork Drive. It resembles an object mentioned in a paranormal magazine as a Weavile from 1 billion years in the future. It can blast steaming bursts of hot lava out of the cannons on its arms. Okay, so on day 194, the county gave us Weavile. Again? Because we got Weavile on both the 193rd and the 194th. So, I'll be making two forms for Weavile. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, we got Convergent, which gave us Weavile, the Steel Bird Pokemon. A steel and flying type with the ability Scaling and the hidden ability Iron Barb. Although it looks like Weavile is an entirely different species. It hunts around forests and plains looking for its favorite prey, Dunsect. Weavile is based off of a bird. So on day 194, the county gave us Sandaconda, and we spun the wheel got Pat's Paradox. So prepare to face the dusty, Scaly Sandstorm, the Paradox Pokemon, a ground and dragon type with the ability Photosynthesis. It bears a resemblance to a creature mentioned in a dubious magazine as a Sandaconda from 1 billion years ago. This Pokemon has an ever-present ravaging sandstorm surrounding it. Scaly Sandstorm is based off a Gigantamax Sandaconda. So on day 196, the county is Stantler, and we spun the wheel got Pat's Paradox. Again! So prepare to face Mystical Deer, the Paradox Pokemon, a normal and dark type with the ability Photosynthesis. It is similar to a creature mentioned in an old expedition journal as a Stantler from 1 billion years ago. The horns on its head constantly emit a strange dark energy that darkens the minds of those near it. So on day 197, the county was delayed, and we spun the wheel and got Gigantamax. So presenting the Gigantamax Glade, the Blade Pokemon, a steel psychic and fire type that keeps its main abilities of Steadfast, Sharpness, and its hidden ability of Justified. Upon Gigantamaxing, a strange crystalline energy became the form on Glade, sharpening its blade-like hands. This Pokemon is said to be the Great Knight of Old, who stood against Eternatus during the darkest day. Okay, so on day 198, the county was Venonat, and we spun the wheel and got Gigantamax, which gave us Gigantamax Venonat, the insect Pokemon, a bug and poison type that keeps its main abilities of Compound Eyes, Tinted Leads, and its hidden ability of Runaway. Gigantamaxin has brought out the hidden venom within Venonat. As it moves, acid gets flung everywhere, melting all who come in contact with it. On day 199, the county gave us Luxio, and we spun the wheel and got Pat's Paradox. So prepare to face the ferocious Static Tangles, the Paradox Pokemon, an electric and dark type with the ability Photosynthesis. It resembles a creature mentioned in a dubious magazine known as Static Tangles, which is thought to be a Luxio from 1 million years ago. If you try to touch its fur, not only will you be zapped, but Static Tangles will chase after you. So on day 200, the county gave us Basco and Regstripe, and we spun the wheel and got Convergent, which gave us Basculhound, the dog Pokemon, a pure ground type, the ability Scrappy, Adaptability, and the hidden ability Overcoat. Although it looks like Basculin, Basculhound is an entirely different species. Basculhound sniffs around the ground looking for food. Because of this, many treasure hunters use this Pokemon to hunt treasure. Basculhound is kind of based off of a pit bull. Okay, so on day 201, the county gave us Basculin. Again? Because we got Basculin both the 200th and 201st. So, I'll be making two forms for Basculin. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, we got Mega Evolution! So, presenting Mega Basculin, Regstripe, the hostile Pokemon, a water and dark type with the ability Reckless. Mega Evolving has multiplied Basculin's aggressive nature to an unfathomable degree. Will lash out at anyone or anything, including its trainer. I also made a blue stripe form. So on day 202, the counter gives Farigiraf, and we spun the wheel and got Mega Evolution! Again! So presenting Mega Farigiraf, the long neck Pokemon, is still stacking a normal type with the ability Catchew. Mega Evolution has caused Farigiraf to sprout more heads on its neck. Mega Farigiraf's multiple heads all attacked in perfect union with each other, firing multi-side beams at foes. Alright, so on day 203, the counter gives Miss Magius, and we spun the wheel and got Regional Form. So presenting the deceptive Miss Magius Regional Form, the Siren Pokemon, a water and fairy type with the ability Liquid Voice. Many sea folk people tell a tale of this Pokemon using its alluring voice to attract sailors before dragging them underwater and disposing of them. This Pokemon is said to be the spirit of a woman who passed away at sea. This regional form, Miss Magius, is based off of a siren. On day 204, the counter gives Hariyama, and we spun the wheel and got Mega Evolution! So presenting Mega Hariyama, the Arm Thrust Pokemon, a fighting and steel type with the ability Thick Fat. Mega Hariyama uses its massive girth to crush its foes. Despite its size, Mega Hariyama is surprisingly quick and agile, able to leap boundlessly into the air before thudding down with a great crash. Mega Hariyama takes some aspects from Makuhita while further in its sumo wrestler inspiration. So on day 205, the counter gives Cubchoo, and we spun the wheel and got Mega Evolution! Again! But since Cubchoo can't Mega Evolve, we'll Mega Evolve its final evolution, Beartic. With that out of the way, presenting Mega Beartic, the Freezing Pokemon, a Steel Pure Ice type with the ability Thick Fat. The burden of Mega Evolution has caused Beartic to go back to crawling on all fours. It impales foes on the icy spikes covering its body. So on day 206, the counter gives Appleton, and we spun the wheel and got Future Paradox. So presenting the futuristic Iron Voltage, the Paradox Pokemon, a grass and electric type with the ability Cork Drive. This Pokemon appears similar to an object described in a parallel magazine as an Appleton from 1 billion years in the future. It conducts electricity in the floating orb above it. If it doesn't like you, it'll throw the orb at you. Iron Voltage is based off of a certain phone company. Alright, so on day 206, the counter gives Mudbray, and when we spun the wheel, we get Mega Evolution! But since Mudbray can't Mega Evolve, we'll Mega Evolve its final evolution, Mudsdale. With that out of the way, presenting Mega Mudsdale, the Draft Horse Pokemon, a ground and fighting type with the ability Stamina. Mega Mudsdale gallops around at top speeds, crushing everything in its path. Because of this, it usually has to battle on wide open plains. Mega Mudsdale's thick clay armor protects it from most attacks. So on day 208, the counter gives Mudbray, again, because we got Mudbray on both the 207th and the 208th, so I'll be making two forms for Mudbray. With that out of the way, when we spun the wheel, we got Future Paradox. So presenting the robotic Iron Hooves, the Paradox Pokemon, a ground and electric type with the ability Cork Drive. This Pokemon resembles an object mentioned in a dubious magazine known as Iron Hooves, which is thought to be a Mudbray from 1 billion years in the future. It is thought to be made to be a more safe transportation method for the children of the future. On day 209, the counter gives Wish Cash, and we spun the wheel and got Convergent. So presenting the inflated Wish Cush, the Balloon Pokemon, a normal and flying type with the abilities Pressure, Static, and the hidden ability Adaptability. Although it looks like Wish Cash, Wish Cush is an entirely different species. Wish Cush is constantly inflating and deflating, causing it to constantly shift sizes. This makes it a tricky foe to fight in battle. Wish Cush is actually the evolution of a previous Pokemon in this series, known as Barloon, and both of them are based off of the balloons. On day 210, the counter gives Fletchinder, and we spun the wheel and got Future Paradox. So presenting the robotic Iron Gale, the Paradox Pokemon, a fire and fighting type with the ability Cork Drive. It resembles an object mentioned in a parallel magazine as a Fletchinder from 1 billion years in the future. It appears that the people of this future use this Pokemon in combat. So, on day 211, the counter gives Espeon, and we spun the wheel and got Mega Evolution! So, presenting Mega Espeon, the Sun Pokemon, a pure psychic type with the ability Magic Bounce. Mega Evolution has caused Mega Espeon to be able to see both the past, present, and future all at once. It can now hold on to the energy it gains in the daytime, allowing Espeon to fight in the nighttime as well. Mega Espeon is based off of an Egyptian cat. So, on day 212, the counter gave us Pachirisu, and we spun the wheel and got Mega Evolution! Again! Which gave us Mega Pachirisu, the Ellie Squirrel Pokemon, an electric and fire type with the ability Surge Surfer. Mega Evolution has brought up Pachirisu's rowdier side. It will now fling itself at foes and start scurrying all across their body. For some reason, upon Mega Evolving, Pachirisu now bears a striking resemblance to Pikachu. Oh, and its shiny is pretty, am I right? Make sure to comment down below who your favorite was this month, and I'll see you again next month. Bye!